Welcome into Skulls and Slices Sports Talk. I'm your host, Jordan Ball. I have my co-host beside me, David, holla back at you, Heron, and Chris, Jazz Hands Floyd. Good to have both of you gentlemen here with us today. Second installment of Skulls and Slices. Hey, we want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you who shared the broadcast. You commented, you liked it, you followed us on Facebook. The word got spread all because of you. We can do this because of you, so thank you so much. I'm going to ask you right now, if you will, go ahead, that bottom right-hand corner, click that share button so we can tell everybody what's happening in Appleton County and our surrounding area with sports and other things that our young people are doing and being a part of. But thanks again for joining us today on Skulls and Slices. We want to say a big thank you, as always, to Village Pizza in Baxley. I want to go ahead and say thank you to B&B Broadcasting as well, but especially to Reed Lovett and John Paulie Walton for allowing us to do this here. Village Pizza is a big supporter of this, or big supporter of athletics in Appleton County, and we just want to say thank you to them and their team who have accommodated us so well and are just fantastic. And we feel our royalty when we're up here, and we want to say thank you to them for that. We know what's on everybody's mind: football. The playoffs are coming up. Regular season's over with. We're traveling, not playing Friday night football, playing Saturday football around 3 o'clock. But before we get into that, we have some special guests that are going to be joining us today on the show. And one of these guests, our first guest actually, brand new to Appleton County, and our brand new superintendent, Dr. Janet Goodman. It is so great to have her with us today. If you haven't met Dr. Goodman, then one of two things has happened. Okay, you haven't noticed her when you've been at different games or uptown in the community, or you haven't had the opportunity to be at a bunch of the sporting events and different activities that have been going on in Appleton County, because she's pretty much at all of them. It's a softball game, a football game, the band, the show choir, whatever's going on, she's been there. And we have her with us on the show today, and we're not going to waste any time. Dr. Goodman, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's so great to have you.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
And so you moved into Appleton County this past summer, our new superintendent, and we're just going to go with this first question that I have, and maybe some people in the community are wondering. Tell us about yourself. Who is Dr. Janet Goodman, our new superintendent here in Appleton County?
And how did I get here?
And how did you get here, right?
That's always a question.
How did you find Appleton County, right?
No, I appreciate that. I have been in Georgia for the past 20 years, and we actually moved up here. I received my doctorate at Florida Atlantic University in Florida, where we raised our kids. And then I got a position as a professor at University of West Georgia. So that's how I landed in Georgia. But I was there just 3 years, and I couldn't stand not being in classrooms. I couldn't take it. So I loved teaching teachers. That was a great time, but I missed the children. So right next to University of West Georgia is Haralson County. And so I went up there and took a position at district office in Haralson County for 14 years. And my kids finished out school and grew up and had grandbabies and all that fun stuff. And so they're out doing their own thing. And then I got an offer to go into North Georgia. I'm a little bit closer to my oldest child, who's in Gainesville. So she's in Gainesville, Georgia, with the grandbaby. And so we moved up to Pickens for a couple years. And then a funny thing happened. I was interim superintendent there. And then I got several calls and several different people from Pickens County and different places in the state, like in a week. Did you hear Appleton County's looking for a superintendent? I said, Appleton County? Yeah, it's over by Savannah. I mean, like I didn't really know. And then another one, and another person. Did you hear Appleton County? I'm like, what? Something's telling me that why am I getting asked about this Appleton County all the time? So I just went ahead, and I do have a good friend who works at Georgia Southern, so she knew about it. And my in-laws actually live right outside Savannah. The husband gets to follow me around as I move around.
That's right.
And his brother is over here. He's in construction, as is my husband, and so they live right outside Savannah. And so my brother-in-law and my husband were really excited and said, "No, you need to go apply for that job because that's getting us closer." And mama-in-law is over there and all that. So I went ahead and applied for the position. Drove in, we talked about contracts, as you all know what happened in June, and so then we just decided to move down here, and I told my husband, come on. So he's in construction, so I pretty much anywhere we go, I can find a place to put him to work.
That's right, you can put him to work. So
I can put him to work.
That's how you found the big metropolis of Baxter.
Yes, we did, but I really enjoy it.
We're so glad to have you here. And we're not going to play 21 questions with you, okay?
Okay.
If you want to, we'll have you back on the show 6-7 times, and we'll spread it out for you, okay?
Okay.
That's right.
But I know these two gentlemen have some questions for you.
I do. First of all, I want to thank you for being here.
Yes.
I mean, really love you being here. And like I said, we've heard so much about you, and everything's been great. And it's obvious, we love our community, and we love Appling County School and the sports and stuff. But my question for you is, what have you noticed about the Appling County schools and the community that you really like since moving here?
It's a great question. I did grow up on a farm up in Michigan, so I am a Yankee, yes. But I grew up in Michigan, then got married and came south. But I do love the small town feel. I love that the community gets behind, and you all have been talking about sports and how it doesn't matter if they have kids on that field or not on the field. Everybody comes out. They come out to support. I love going to the middle school softball games. They're a blast. They're packed out. Any kind of event. I went to the Appling Junction the other day, the show choir, that was amazing. But it is really truly community and family support, and that's very exciting. It's really a great feel.
Having Karen Davis with that Appling Junction is huge. She is
a fantastic job.
I help them with one of their raffles every year and just enjoy it. And I love Karen. She's just a great person. But a lot of people don't know that lady can sing too.
Oh, okay.
And she can sing along with Jamie. Jamie sings tenor 12 miles down the road. But Karen's an awesome singer. But
at least he found somebody else to pick on other than me.
For right now.
For right now.
You're later.
Yeah. But I'm kind of in that same situation as your husband. I'm kind of the person that gets told what to do. I have a teacher for a while.
There you go.
And it is a blessing. We're one of them people that don't have kids out on those fields, but we love to support. We love the community. We love the kids. We absolutely love being enthralled. I've actually got a two-part question. If we can get this in, I hope we can. And I'm going to ask them both at the same time because I think they kind of run together. What is your vision for the future of our school system? And what are your goals for our school system?
Okay. Our vision here already in Appling County, the school system's vision is to strive for excellence for all kids. And I believe that y'all have, over all the programs, we haven't even talked academics, but academically you're doing fantastic. In the arts you're doing fantastic. We all know how the sports are doing, which is beyond fantastic. I love it. But I do think striving for excellence and keeping up to maintain and even go further with the excellence, getting kids out into national competitions with the FFA. I moved in and we had the Southern Pines College Career Academy with all kinds of fantastic new programs for them. So just making sure that we can maintain and keep striving for that excellence, because y'all have the talent. I mean, you have talented, wonderful children in this community, and they learn that from their parents and their coaches and their teachers, and that's what's just fantastic around here.
Before you get to the second part of that question, you kind of hit on some things. You come in and you've done an excellent job getting your name out here and getting your face out here in the community, and communities are tight, especially small communities. Trying to fit in is hard. I'm an old Army brat, but I learned how to meet people because we move so much. Right. So, yesterday, and I got to bring this up because we dedicated our first show to this young man, Christopher Zane Dial, passing away. That's a tragedy. You don't like to have happen in a small town. Never. But, I say this because Zane was such a good kid. He was in the band, And I know every sport's not for every kid, and I know, like you said, but academics is key. Because a lot of these kids are going to go out and go into colleges. They're going to be teachers. They're going to be mechanics. They're going to be welders. They're going to do this. So I noticed that, every kid's not the same. So I asked this question, what are your goals for our school system? The diversity with kids, what are we going to do for technology? What are we going to do? And that's kind of the question I wanted to ask as far as the goal. That was my question. Okay. What is the goal to go beyond just sports?
Right, and like you said, this sounds very much like one of the superintendent interview questions, actually, is how do you meet the needs of all kids? And I think you have to do that through many different ways. Some kids are academically gifted and want and need to go on to college. Some kids, sports is their thing, and that will take them far. Other kids need the College and Career Academy to get out there and start working right away, get their welding certificate, their LPN programs, anything that will just get them out and earning money right away. My son is one of those. He jumped right out of high school and went to be a butcher and loves it. He works with his hands, and that's what he does, and it's fantastic. So the kids with the arts, that who knows where that's going to take them. If you've been to the Appling Junction, we have some serious the talent that I was watching. Going, these kids could be playing all over the country. Some of them are that good.
And it's more of a, hey, you get that relationship with them, you get the community involved, and then it says, hey, where's your skills? Where's your talents? And let's push them that way, and let's lead them and guide them and encourage them and say, hey, it's okay to do this or to do this or to do this. This might be what you were made for.
Right.
And then that's big.
And providing, y'all have a wealth of opportunity to provide for all the students. You have lots of different programs and different avenues, and I think that's really the goal, to make sure. Y'all talked about in another show about the brand new swim team. So making sure that that's out there to those kids can.
And that's what we want. We want to bring the attention to our community and the surrounding communities to let them know that we are striving for excellence. Right. And we're trying to do the same thing for our youth at Appling County. We want them to be able to grow. Somebody's got to take David's spot soon because he's getting old. So I've got to have a new broadcaster that's actually going to be my number 2.
So we're going to have to find some young guy.
You'll have to, once I leave, you got to strive for excellence. It's hard to beat.
It would take 1 second.
Well, Dr. Goodman, thank you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for telling Appling County a little bit of who you are, how you found little old Baxley. And I'll go ahead and tell you this. We're thrilled to have you here, and love the fact that you're already involved. You're already plugging in, and the kids are noticing it. The community's noticing it. And anytime you want to be on here with us, you're more than welcome.
Yes,
we'd love to have you back here on the show with us on Skulls and Slices.
Thank you. Well, I have one quick thing. I do believe, I've heard this before, I don't know where, but I heard it, nothing great happens in the absence of enthusiasm. And if you've been to any of our things, great things are happening. We have tons of enthusiasm. We got it in spades. So
I love it.
Thanks.
That's social media. We need to make a little graphic and put that out there, right?
That is.
I like it.
You can't say it anymore. It's not Twitter, but that's tweet-worthy right there, right? You know what I'm saying? That's tweet-worthy. But hey, thank you for being here with us.
Yes,
we appreciate it. We're going to now transition and go to another new hire in Appling County, Dr. Horner. Our segment now, the Captain's Log. We're going to check in with Dr. Horner, who is the captain of Appling County High School, guiding that ship and those students there. And it's time for our weekly segment of the Captain's Log with Dr. Horner.
Hey guys, welcome to Appling County High School. We're excited about the athletic week ahead. We've got our football team playing Northeast Macon 3 o'clock on Saturday. Our cheerleading competition team made it to the state tournament. They'll compete Friday at 3 o'clock. Our swim team competed in their first competition last week and they finished 6th. There were some questions about some of the timing stuff, and so we think they may actually have finished up in 4th place. But we got to get some of the relay stuff figured out on that. So we're super proud of those guys. We've got a bunch of other great things going on. Basketball starts. They got a scrimmage game on Thursday night, so we're super excited about our basketball team. We got 2 new coaches, Coach Coleman, Coach Cotton. They're coming in and doing a really good job holding the kids accountable. So we're super excited about that season to get started. Our wrestling kids are on the mat and they're working hard, and hopefully they'll get started pretty soon with some of their wrestling matches. So we're super proud of them. Coach Mullis, Stan Mullis, is taking over that program and is doing a good job pushing those kids. So, we got great things ahead, and we're excited about the future of our athletic program, but we're also excited about the future, of our academics too. Our kids and the athletic program are doing great in the classroom, and they're really working their tails off to do what they need to do. So, go Pirates, and let's hopefully we get a big win on Friday with cheer and a big win on Saturday with our football team. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for that report from the captain of Appling County High School, Dr. Ben Horner, our principal there, on the Captain's Log this week. And joining us now from Appling County High School, our brand new boys basketball coach, Coach Cotton, is here with us today. And Coach, it's so good to have you on our show today. And we're going to play a little rapid fire round of some questions with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
It's not 21 questions. We got about 3 or 4 of them for you, okay? But it's so good to have you on our show today. And I've got these two gentlemen over here going to ask you a few questions. So, Chris, I know you had something you want to go ahead and ask Coach Cotton, but hey, it's good to have him on our show.
Yeah, it is.
Today.
First of all, I want to say thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here with us, Coach. It's Coach Robert Cotton, to be exact. I just want to make sure I let you know that, Jordan.
Gotcha.
Yes. Coach, it is a blessing to have you here in Appleton County. I know you're taking the place of a good man that left here also, and we expect big things with you. We've heard a lot of great things about you, but we want to know, who is Coach Cotton? Who is Coach Robert Cotton? Tell us about you. Tell us what the community wants to know.
Well, first of all, I'm Coach Robert Cotton Jr. I'm born and raised in Alabama. This is year 35. I came out of retirement. In my last 2 years, I was doing 49% of weight cross at WAP. And me and Coach Mullen go back from him in the college days, so he called me and I told him no. I'm going back to Alabama and take care of my grandkid. But I met with him, my old coach of mine, Rod Ryan, a good friend of mine, used to be the head coach at Glenn Academy. He used to always sit down and talk with someone. So I sat down and talked with him. When I came on here, my spirit told me I need to be here. And what else you need to know about Coach Cotton? Two things I believe in, they never let me down. I believe in the Bible and I believe in discipline. Amen. And right now, I'm been around, they say I'm hard. No, I'm not hard. Life is hard. That's going to be hard. And I'm just trying to get them a good situation, you know, and I'm here to serve for the community. I'm here to I told the guy when I first got here, I'm here to give you the best version of me. Yeah. And I wanted to pass on, like, we play this Thursday, the first game, scrimmage game, and we got to have on shirt and tie, all away game, shirt and tie, and we're going to represent. And we're going to play hard, and we don't do, once we get everybody together, once it's complete, right now we got a half a team, got some guys out, you know, still playing football. That's right. And once we get there, we're going to have a meet and greet with all the parents, and we got a rule we have, and we don't do ISS. ISS, you don't practice, you don't play. I was taught from my dad that you can always come to school and do what's right. That's right. That's right. You know, you're there to get an education, do the right thing, and present yourself like young men. When I get through with them young boys, going to become young men, mountable, and all that. It ain't the work that hard, it's the discipline was hard. That's right. You know, I get to work every morning at 5:30 and I drive an hour away. And I get my 2 miles and I do it consistent. You know, and that's a little bit about me, and I'm just glad to be here.
We're glad to have you.
We're glad to have you, yeah.
All right, Coach, you said something so when you said serve the community, I see that you and your upcoming team had done some volunteer work at 4th District Schools Fall Festival. What are your goals in having these players involved in the community in the future?
We're gonna do a whole lot of stuff in the community, and we're gonna also start going to church together too. Once I get the team completed as one, you know, when we get through winning the stake in football. Yeah, I said it.
I like it. I like what you
and,
Go ahead, speak.
Then once the parent, everybody get to know the heart behind his mouth. You know, they don't really know me, but you know, pretty much over in Alabama, you know, my dad was paralyzed from the waist down, and that's why I said if I can get up. And I got the strength to use my limb, I'm gonna get up and do it. And that's what I want to inspire these kids. Yeah. We're gonna serve the community, we're gonna do a whole lot of it. I said, I wanna be like Till McGruff got the new song out, Standing Room On. That's what I want to have at that gym.
It should be. That's our goal.
Yes,
that would be fantastic.
That's my goal too, but I don't know if y'all knew it or not, but I used to be the head coach right down the road at Wayne County.
I did know that.
Yes, I was there from the year when, may he rest in peace, Shaquille Morgan got killed on the train. May he rest in peace. We started off 12-0. Wow. And we had ranked number 8 in the state. And I told the guys, wherever I go, I try to leave the program in a better shape than I found it. And I showed them the top 10 right now in 2A. Dodge County, I used to be there. They ranked number 4. Southwest Macon, they ranked number 5 in the state. So I'm push the guys, you know, once you get to know me, it's easy to let up. So I'm just
trying to set the bar high now.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And we are working hard too.
Yeah.
We're working hard. They come in the morning, some mornings at 6, and we're just getting, I'm trying to get them ready for college. That's all.
Because college is college is way more demanding than high school.
Yes, it is.
You're trying to set a standard.
Yes.
You're setting a standard, and that...
I'll tell you, but I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
You know who got a standard? Chick-fil-A got a standard.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
100%.
Okay? Well, consistent, McDonald's consistent. Wherever you go, anywhere across the world, the hamburger's still gonna taste the same because they're consistent. That's all I'm trying to build a standard. Like I told the guys, I said, look, right now, I said, that building over there would be a penthouse. The girls' softball would be on top. Then the next floor, football. On the 8th floor, baseball. Then here come track down. I said, right now, we down in the basement right now, but we're gonna get out of there. And we're gonna find a way to get out of there. Because first of all, you gotta believe in me, and I gotta believe in y'all, and my job is to push you.
You know, we come from a long line of basketball stars here out of
I know, because when I was at Wayne, let's get up out the gym. I barely got out, man. But
Jamie and I, know a young man by the name of Frankie King.
Yes, sir.
He graduated in 91 with
Yeah.
Jamie and I. He went far. He actually played for the LA Lakers.
Yes.
He was exciting to watch. If you got to go to the high school games, which we did back then, we went and supported our teams.
Yes.
If you were there, you went. It's because it was exciting. Wins bring people in. We know that.
People love being around winners.
Amen. Right. We all.
I've been on 2 state championship football teams, LaGrange in '91 and Manchester in '97.
Yep. So they'll follow you, and that's what we want out of our community. But without that support, we really want those kids there and the community there too, Coach Cotton. And that's what we're doing here today, is trying to bring light to what the program needs and what we need out of our community. Come support.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Come support. And my thing is, I look at these different programs we have in Appleton County. You just mentioned it. There was a kind of a stack right now of the different sports and athletics in Appleton County. Softball's on top of that pedestal right now.
Yes, sir.
But when you look at it, it didn't start at high school. It didn't really start in middle school. So these kids were playing on travel teams. They were good in during rec ball and things like that. So my question to you really is this: in order to have a great, a program that runs with excellence, it's not going to start just at the high school level. It's got to go down to the middle school level and the rec level. So what would you, as the high school basketball coach, say I've got a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, girl or boy that's wanting to play basketball in the rec leagues, what would high school basketball coach say to those middle school kids and those rec kids? Hey, here's some advice I can give you, here's some encouragement I can give you, so you'll be ready when high school comes.
Because what I have did in the past, and going to do here too, is that what I do, I go have a special relationship with the recreation coaches. Mm-hmm. Then when the game, they see me there, I go to the game, even on Saturday morning, whenever, do just let it and get involved. Then, I'm here, I want to do something in the summer with them. Mm-hmm. I want to have a camp. Exactly. Get them involved. And right now, I sat down and talked with Coach Cranford. I still call him Coach Cranford.
He's
down there in the 4th District. Him and I used to work together. Yeah. In Chris County, a good man.
Yes.
So what I told him, I said, once we get this team set it up, after I want everybody, we're gonna go around to each elementary and start reading to the kids and let them get a feel of that.
That's a fantastic idea.
I've been doing this for 34 years, but once they get to know me, right now they think okay, all that. But no, I just want to be fair with everybody.
That's right.
And I'm here to get in the best version of me. And I'm still energetic. I love what I'm doing. This is my passion. I love being here at Appleton.
Hey, we love that.
We're glad you're here.
Yes. You said it, consistency. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of kids don't have a lot of consistency, and that's what they need. What you call it discipline, I call it consistency. I think that's the key to that.
Some too, what I do, I hold kids accountable. See, I don't do late. Yeah. You want to know? See, I got here, I started panicking right now. I want to get here. I don't do late. Never have.
That's right.
I learned that from my uncle. He the only home cab station man. He'd work at night from 8 to, he'd work from 12 and get off at 8 in the morning, lay around there to go chase them cars, man. He did the cab, man. I saw him that built the work ethic than me. Mm-hmm. I'm here, like I said, over and over. I'm here to get these kids the best version of me. We're going to have on a shirt and tie away game. I'm going to dress nice because I always was taught that you got to do everything first class.
That's right.
Do everything first class.
That's right.
That's right.
I ain't no booger man, but I love what I do.
Well, I can go ahead and tell you, you said this is your passion. I can tell. I hear his voice. I can tell it's your passion, and I want to go ahead and tell you right here, setting that accountability mark,
yes,
and setting that standard. Hey, we're going to do things. Look, we're going to do things the right way, not just once. Excellence is not getting it right one time. Excellence is doing it the right way, time and time and time again. Mm-hmm. And so I appreciate hearing that from you.
Yes.
I appreciate what he has to say to the rec teams and then those middle school teams. And I want to go ahead and tell you, I think it's fantastic. I've seen you. You said, "Hey, I'm gonna go to these games. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be a part. I'm gonna be active." I saw you at softball games this year. I saw you at different events already, and so I appreciate that, your involvement. He's dove in, to Appleton County, and so I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, we're asking you guys
Yeah.
Dive into this. Get
Yes.
involved. Let's get behind these young men and support them.
What I need now, I'm gonna get with the student body, also the community. Want everybody to come out and just, I'm telling you, come out and support us. I promise you, we're gonna play hard. I know one thing. We might have a bad night on offense. We don't never have no bad nights of hustling, playing defense. And last of all, I would like to just thank the administrator, Dr. Horner, Dr. Goodman, the superintendent, and Coach Mullen, everybody on the staff. I love when I walk on the building. This is where I want to be.
Amen. We're happy to have you.
Exactly. We want you here.
You got me excited, I can promise you.
Hey, I'm ready to play.
Me too.
I got to say this, and I don't never give this man props next to me. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, if you ever watch any of our broadcasts, I'm continuously on him. But the one thing he does well is calls a basketball game.
Good.
And I'll tell you, he's the number one broadcaster during basketball, and that's it.
That's it.
Oh, that's the only time I'm okay.
That's the only time.
But hey, guys, I am so glad that y'all, invited me. And right now, I want to come back if y'all invite me.
We will. We definitely will invite. We love
Having
having you
I
here.
promise.
Yes.
And hopefully next time he comes back, we can bring out a few of the players.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That'd be great.
Yes,
So,
yes.
hey,
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for joining us, Coach Cotton. And anything else you want to say before you head out for this first time?
Go Pirate.
That's right. Hey,
That's
go
all I got to
Pirates.
say.
I
Go
love
Pirate.
it. Go Pirates.
Go Pirates all basketball season and go Pirates this Saturday, right?
Yes.
At 3 p.m.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks again for joining us. We're glad that you're here on the show with us today. And, hey, we're looking for a great basketball season this year.
Promise you.
Y'all heard it here first.
Hey, listen, now it's 17. We're going to find a way to get in. Y'all heard it from me
Just
first.
get in.
Y'all
Just
heard
get
it
in.
here first.
That's right. Just like going to Six Flags, once you get there, you'll figure out what you're going to ride. You got to get there.
That's right.
That's right. Hey,
Thank y'all. Appreciate you.
We're going to move on to our play of the week. It's time for our play of the week. Comes from this past Friday night, Appleton County, Brantley County, and we're going to pick up the action here in the first quarter of Friday night's game. Appleton County has the ball, and we're going to go ahead and roll that footage right now for this play of the week. We said first quarter, Appleton County has the ball second and goal from the 10, just under 8 minutes to go. Griffiths drops back, throws it into the corner. There it is, Chris. Throws it into the corner. Kevin Eccles goes up and grabs it, and
Cannon does what?
the cannon goes
Boom.
boom, just like that.
A little
Cannon
weak
goes
boom.
boom. Appleton County goes up 13-0. Alex Ramirez
Extra points, as always, the Razor.
goes ahead,
Straight through the middle.
puts that extra. Mr. Automatic. That should be his nickname. I'm going to vouch for that.
He has been this year, and we're so proud of Alex, too.
Mr. Automatic. But they went up 7-0. Of course, you're at the game. They went on to win. I believe 50-14 was that final.
was.
Appleton County finishes out the regular season, and that kind of leads us right into our next segment. There's a lot of stuff that went on. We talked last week about, hey, swim team. They're having their first meet. We had cross country competing. Had some FFA stuff going on in Indianapolis. So some national stuff happening, and a very busy week with high school sports, especially Appleton County sports there. But David, Chris, a little bit of a weekly recap of what happened Friday night with the different teams in our region.
Yeah, this was exciting. Sitting up there keeping up with scores around because there was a lot of different things could happen to play out. Windsor Forest was off, of course. We were keeping up with Toombs County and Vidalia, and that was a back-to-back battle for sure. And Toombs County ended up pulling that out 31-14.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had Pierce County over in Tatnall. Our Tatnall was in Pierce County. That's right. And of course, that ended up being a no contest. Pierce County 31-0 over Tatnall County. Of course, at home here, our last game, official game of the season, was us battling Brantley County. Good-looking team come over here, big guys, athletic, but we ended up popping 50 on them with a score of 50-14. And you saw one of the highlights that was great, and that was a good time.
Fade to the corner. Right there,
Fade to the corner to Kellen Eccles was great. There was a lot of other highlights that was in there. Some honorable mentions. Nehemiah Howard. Go ahead, Chris. I know you want to.
Man, Nehemiah Howard's one of my favorites, and I call him Hercules. And if y'all ever heard one of my hollers and cheers for him, it's Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. But Nehemiah, had a great catch, and we had some issues in the booth with some power issues, and our number one producer did everything in his power to get power back, and we missed that play. It was an 80-yard touchdown pass.
Yes.
And really and truly, and I told Cole that would have probably been our play of the week. We're going to apologize to him, but Kamoni Riles. He had a great touchdown catch.
There were several.
Man, and you'll see that right there.
Play of the week, yeah.
Oh yeah,
So many options here.
There were so many. You can see it right here on the screen. There was.
Kamoni, I call him the Kraken, and
I really say this. If you look at our defense of the night, one word to describe it, it was just suffocating. I mean, it was very hard for them to do anything.
Yeah, our defense was just stellar. And the good thing about our defense, and that you mentioned that, we had number 3 back on the field playing defense.
That was great to see.
And that was good to see Cam Hickok's back on the field. Cam actually made a great defensive play.
he sure did.
And I will say this. I love to give credit where credit's due, even if it's not a Pirate we're giving credit to. And I have the honor of being able to do the PA announcement at the football games. And I think in my sleep Friday night, I said number 10 for Brantley County. I said number 10, Mason Kicklighter on the tackle. Because I feel like he was on every single play as a sophomore. Yeah. So if you're hearing this, hey.
Yeah, number 6 also.
I hope they gave you a good ice bath and you got to sleep all day Saturday because you probably needed it. But
Brantley had a freshman quarterback that was doing a great job. I mean,
there's a bright future there as well. And a lot of people talking, hey, what's going to happen now? Well, there was a 3-way tie for the region championship. Appling, Pearson, Toombs are now co-region champions. Appling 2 years in a row were region champs. The seeding, as you know, they did a draw of a hat, and it was
Tuesday.
On Tuesday, they went ahead and did that in the event of, and it happened. Pierce County's name was drawn. They're the 1 seed. Next thing you know, Toombs and Appling head to head. Toombs beats Appling. Therefore, they're the 2 seed. We're at the 3 seed. So that's kind of how that went. Yeah. And Vidalia is the 4 seed. Not a bad 4 seed to come from your region, and you need to be careful because Vidalia is a team that they play hard from beginning to end.
It did come down to the very end.
Yeah.
And the end game was Toombs and Vidalia.
It did.
If Toombs would not have won by 13 points or more, Toombs would have fell back to.
There'd be a little flip flop there.
Man, there's so many scenarios.
We would have gone to first. Pierce would have gone to second. Toombs would have third. So it's just kind of back and forth. But here's the deal. It's a brand new season right now.
You're 0-0.
It's a brand new season, and we got playoff games. Not Friday night football, but if you're a college football fan, just normally you tune to ABC at 3:30 or 12, and you catch a noon kickoff or 3:30 kickoff or whatever. Yeah. But the Pirates are going to kick off at 3 o'clock in Northeast Macon on Saturday, and that's when we'll start our first round of the playoffs, Chris.
That's right. Matter of fact, like he just said, all games AA and 4A will all be played on Saturday. Just got a little update earlier before I got in here. Appling does travel to Northeast Macon. They're going to play at Thompson Stadium in Macon. All you have to do type in Thompson Stadium, Macon, Georgia. Mm-hmm. It'll take you right to it. I did it today. Just to look, we do play at 3 p.m. So load up them ships. Let's get down there and support those Pirates.
Pack it out.
We need to be loud. Pierce County will play Ace Charter at home. They're playing at 6:30. Their game starts at 6:30. Also, we have Toombs County will play at home against Southwest Macon.
Yeah.
I have not gotten their time start yet. And then Vidalia travels to play Spencer. Now, I have not heard the location on that one. I tried to look it up today. Mm-hmm. Some details are still not in order yet. So we're going to get that for you as soon as we can. Maybe play to the same stadium because that Bibb County, they play all in the same area.
They share a few stadiums.
They share a stadium.
Yeah. Just a community stadium, if you will.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
A lot of that happens in the Atlanta area.
It does, and we've ran into that sometimes in the playoffs, having to play certain times and things like that.
Well, they do it in Savannah also.
Yeah.
Savannah built a great facility down there. There's
Memorial Stadium
is beautiful.
It's nice
right
down
now.
there.
It's very nice.
I'll say this. Pierce, Toombs, Appling, we were talking before the show, hey, it's not your normal 2 seed going to the playoffs. It's not your normal 3 seed going to the playoffs. And I'll go ahead and say this. Vidalia puts up a fight. And so I think when you look back, it would not shock me to see 3, if not 4 teams from our region say, hey, we're in round 2. That would be it would not shock me because we have such a strong region.
Well, you know that everybody that's in these brackets they're looking at these teams down here in the South in our region, and they're looking at them thinking, Lord, what have we got ourselves into?
Who do I want to play?
It's kind of like pick your poison at this point.
And you have very good ball games that you normally wouldn't see until the third round, Final Four round. I mean, you look at second round, and I know we won't get into all of it. We'll get into some of it next week after these scores come in. But you got second round matchups saying, hey, we could have an Appling Cook. We could have a Toombs Thompson. I mean, those are some big hitter football games out there, and so that's a lot to look forward to. But you know, I'm excited, and I'm ready to yell "Go Pirates" on Saturday.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I am too. You know, again, guys, you just hit the nail in the coffin. We are so well represented in this area, and you know, that's some of the things that we want to bring to our community and surrounding communities. You know, you look at softball where Toombs, Vidalia, and Appling, you know, and Pierce were in the super regionals. You know, we have 3 teams in the state championship
Almost
there.
4.
Almost
4. Yeah.
But, you know, you've got Macon County, Wayne County. Wayne County right now is going to be playing football too.
Jeff Davis. Got the 4th seed after a big Friday night.
I got to hear some good news on them. You know, I'm proud to hear this because, you know, I was raised up in Jeff Davis some, and I'll tell you, you know, it's proud to see them go in there and play with attitude and play with aggression. They won 21-0 to get that 4th seed, and you know that's something to say about Jeff Davis.
Says a lot about those players. Says a lot about Coach Helton and the staff.
That's correct.
Says a whole lot about
Coach Helton, you know, is one of those power.
And that was
guys.
a building program over there, and you see the progress
year after year, and it's exciting. To me, high school football is better when Appling and Bacon and Jeff Davis and Brady, all these are good ball teams, and you've seen great games this year.
This time of the year for me personally is about Southeast Georgia for me. I'm a big supporter of all, you know, not just football, but I like to see these kids succeed. And for me, that's huge. I really want to see each segment. Now, when you come to play the Pirates, I won't tell you no lie. I'm 100% Pirate. 100%. I'm going to be a Pirate for life. You know, it won't tell nobody any different. But I really am excited about what we're bringing to Southeast with this program. But I really want to see us grow, you know, and try to get these surrounding counties involved in this. And I think we will. We're growing. We're learning. We're getting a lot of information. Man, the outreach and pour from folks, you know, has been so great. Love being able to do this and bring this. You know, having a good co-host and a second-rate broadcaster next to me.
I mean, it makes a world of difference.
But you know what's great is having somebody as old as him who's been around since the dinosaurs. You know, he walked with the dinosaurs, so it's like Cotton. He's been consistent. You know, he has not aged 1 minute.
The ageless wonder.
I was waiting on this to come along.
The ageless wonder.
No, I love picking with David, but I really appreciate that. And David, you got some more news to.
I do. Let's talk about some cross country. You know, we talked about it last broadcast, and the other night, Friday night, was talking about Jermaine McMillan. You know, he was headed over to. Carrollton, that's right, for cross country and all. And he placed number 52 out of 150 runners, you know, which congratulations to him. He done real good. We're proud of that, Pirate.
Sir.
Definitely.
Huge compliment.
He did a great job in 150 plus runners, not just 150. It's 150. It was the best of the best that he's going against. And 1850 is his time, and that's
huge.
1850. That's a great time, and so we're very proud of him. And congratulations on that achievement this year.
Mine would have been 18 days if I'd have run that.
Still running.
I'd have still been rolling.
Unless it had been a hamburger at the finish line.
Well, let's talk about something else that none of us is able to do, which is competition cheer. Nor would I want to give it a shot. So I know you tried it one time. But go ahead and give us an update on it. Nobody can pick you up.
It's not a flyer.
I'm not a flyer. Man, the athleticism of these young ladies, and first thing I got to say is these Go Lady Pirates. Y'all have done such a tremendous job representing Appling County. The Lady Pirates competed this past weekend in 2A all-girls sectional in Vidalia and placed in the top 16. The top 16 advanced to the state. Now, this state championship is going to be in Macon at the Coliseum. I believe that's right. I may be wrong.
It's in Macon, yeah.
But they earned the right to compete in AA. They finished 13th, along with Pierce. Pierce is also in there. They finished second.
Yeah.
But when it gets back to there, you're still 0-0.
It's a new season there.
It's a new season, and how they score this is off of skill levels, off of
the difficulty of this stunt or this stunt, or can you do this or this, and it's crazy.
Man, pound for pound, I would say any one of them girls is tougher than any football player we got out there, and I would say that. But you know, I want to say congratulations to these young ladies and the coaches. You know, they do such a wonderful.
They work hard.
You know, Joelle M. Stone and Missy Walsden are doing an excellent job with these girls. And I found out something interesting today that they changed their routine 2 weeks before they went into sectionals. And these girls learned this in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
David still can't learn how to broadcast, and these girls
did it in 2 weeks.
Man, I'm telling you, it's so awesome. David, I'm sorry. Guys, I pick it, David, so it's nothing personal. You know,
And he forgets about it. It's fine. But so really what's happening in Macon is starting Thursday, it's going to be a pirate takeover of Macon. So come Thursday, cheer the ladies on Thursday and Friday. Saturday, stay, and let's just come back with a whole lot of victories.
I want to tell Appleton County, because this is something else I heard, that Pierce took over as a competition with fans. Pirates, what can you do? What will you do? Will you show up and go support these young ladies Thursday and Friday? That's up to you.
If you can come a day early, do it for it.
Come on.
Go ahead and do
show
it.
up
Come on,
today.
that's right.
And let's do it. And hey, David, another sport we talked about last week, our swim team had their very first competition.
Their
right
very
down
first
Austin.
coach, Stormy Alexander, took her troops, 13 swimmers, I believe it was, to Valdosta.
Yeah.
At the YMCA complex over there to compete. I think there was 8 girls, 5 boys, both teams. Team scored 6 out of 10, which combined team score of 6. And of course, we had a couple of seniors on that squad, and that was Trudy Fordham and Patty Valtierra. Did I get it right? Okay, I done it right. And that's our 2 seniors there, and we're looking for big things out of our swim team, the high school swim team.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement.
First competition.
Their first
time
competition.
ever competing, Appleton County
Yeah.
high school swim team. They play 6 out of 10 in Valdosta.
In Valdosta.
In Valdosta.
And that's a big area over there. Now,
So that's exciting. That's exciting.
It is.
And their coaches are Stormy Alexander and Melinda Turner Snell.
Yeah.
You know, again, first-time coaches doing an awesome job. You know, you can't say enough. A brand new sport we have.
Brand new sport.
The options now versus when David was in school, you know, back in the 20s and that was like 1820. They didn't have nothing but dirt on the ground. And now look at all these options these kids
He was
know.
excited when they invented markers.
There was a flood.
That's right.
There was a flood.
Yeah.
You were too busy hammering nails.
Yeah, that's
with
right.
Noah.
Right, we're proud of them. And then, hey, look, you can. What's great is you can go online and get all these schedules.
Yes, sir.
And if there's anything around, you know, close that you can be a part of, and that you can make, I can make this. Be there. It would. I'm telling you, I've played in Appleton County, playing sports, and being at different events. Fans make
The difference.
a difference.
You're the 12th man. If it's
football or whatever,
yeah, you're
they
the
make a
11th
difference.
man.
And so, we couldn't go to Indianapolis this week, right?
Oh, man, I got to say one thing real quick. On
Okay,
the swim team.
go ahead.
Their next meet is Saturday, November the 18th in Camden County.
All right.
So if you can make that, go. All right,
Now, a lot of us couldn't make the trip to Indianapolis.
Yeah, I was real mad at
All right,
somebody's
I know.
dad.
If we could have made the trip, we would have. But some of our high schoolers did. FFA competition was there. This is not a little competition. This is the national FFA competition. Appleton County High School was represented.
Jamie Miles, this hurts me to say, son of Alan Miles and Dorothy Miles, not her, but Alan. Grandparents are Jimmy and Connie Miles. Jamin, along with Trey Cook, Sage McDaniel, Katia Pierce, and Riley Walker went to support Jamin in Indianapolis and get a feel for what's going on at Nationals. Jamin was the only one to compete in the Nationals event, but brought home the first national championship in fruit production for Appleton County.
That's huge.
Man, I got chill bump.
I remember sitting broadcasting the football game the other night when we got the news, and we got excited.
Same thing.
Dr. Horner texted me. I looked down and he says, "Hey, he just won." And I'm like, "Next break I get, we're fixing to announce this," and it was awesome.
Well, I texted Jamin and told him how proud I was of him, you know, and I told him, I said, make sure not to leave your dad there, you know. But no, I didn't. I just told him how proud I was. Jamin's a very smart young man.
He is.
He got it from his mom, Miss Connie. I mean, his grandma, Miss Connie. Excuse me, not his mom. But he did get it from his mom, too, not from Alan. But Jamin is such a great young man. I mean, he works hard. You know, he's going to school a day back. And his dad may have told a fib today and said he had a 4.0 average, but I don't know if that's true or not. I'll have to talk with Jamin about that.
We're going to have to research that a little bit.
Jamin didn't have to go back to school today. we were going to try and get Jamin here with us,
Yeah.
but very proud of you, Jamin, and
Yes.
representing Appleton County well.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Really love that, and anything they can get, I'm all for it.
That's right.
So-
I'm 100% behind it. And hey, look, that's something to hang your hat on and be proud of. And you represented Appleton County well. And so, hey, we celebrate with you. Congratulations. And hey, this is our time to shine the light on you. And hey, tell you congratulations. We're proud of you. That's going to kind of wrap things up for this installment of Skulls and Slices. But before we go, like we said, a lot of stuff happening this weekend. It's a very busy weekend, but we want to stop for just a moment and say thank you to every single one of our veterans in our armed forces. We appreciate you, the sacrifices that you've made. What you've done for this country does not go overlooked, nor is it not appreciated. And so we want to thank you, and you are the real heroes. And so we salute you and thank you for your service and sacrifice to our great country. Thank you again for joining us on Skulls and Slices. If you haven't, go ahead and like us on Facebook, Instagram, follow us on there. Stay up to date with everything that's happening. And we want to go ahead one more time and say thank you for making this show possible. Thank you for spreading the word last week. Almost 4,000 people, looks like, were able to view it last week. We appreciate you, and that's all because of you. So thanks again for joining us on Skulls and Slices. We'll see you next time.